is everybody tonight? It is Friday. Let's see. I think it's the 26th. Friday, yes. July 26th, 2:28 a.m. Okay, so what I've got for you for this video is, this is Story Friday. And I've also decided to, add, Fright Night Friday, because that rhymes with, it starts with an F. So, I'm gonna read some of the stories that I haven't read from last week. Okay, so this is Danielle Steele's Rushing Waters. This was one of the random book drawings that I drew. And before chapter 1, it says, "To my darling Toto, for being so brave, for all you went through, for living through what others could only imagine. May the memory of it dim, and may you be forever blessed. I love you, Mama." And to all my beloved children, Beatty, Trevor, Todd, Nick, Sam, Vanessa, Max, and Zara, with endless gratitude for all that you are, and all my love and heart always. Mom, D.S. Danielle Steele. And then there's a quote: "Sorrow has its reward. It never leaves us where it finds us." Mary Baker Eddy. Okay, so this is part 1, chapter 1 of Danielle Steele's Rushing Waters. Okay. Ellen Wharton was pensive as she studied the clothes she had hung on a rolling rack, and the folded items she had laid out on the bed for her trip to New York. Organized, impeccable, meticulous, she was a woman who planned everything and left nothing to chance. Her business, her menus, her wardrobe, her social life. She was consummately careful and precise about everything she did, and made for a smooth, orderly life with few surprises, but also with very little opportunity for things to go awry. She had been planning this trip to New York since June, as she did every year, to see her mother. She also went on Thanksgiving every other year, and she usually went once in spring. She intended to do some shopping for 2 of her clients, and she had an additional purpose to her trip this time. Ellen ran a successful interior design business with 3 assistants, a color specialist, and clients in several cities in Europe who loved her work. She created beautiful environments for them, which they couldn't have put together themselves, with the best fabrics, handsome furniture that suited their lifestyle and needs, and unusual and inviting color schemes. She wasn't shy about her fees, but she didn't need to be. She was well known in the business, had won several awards for her work, and had been published in the most important decorating magazines. She had learned at the feet of the master, she liked to say. Her mother was a greatly respected architect in New York who had studied at Yale, begun her career working for I.M. Pye, and gone out on her own years before, designing houses mostly in New York, Connecticut, Palm Beach, Houston, Dallas, and anywhere her clients wanted to build a remarkable home. At 38, Ellen still loved spending time with her mother and gave her credit for most of what she knew about interior design. She learned something from her mother every time she saw her, and occasionally her mother sent her a client in Europe, or like the current one whose home Ellen was working on in Palm Beach. She had decorated the client's yacht the year before. Her job always came in right on budget and on time, which was remarkable in her field and had helped to make her as successful as she was. She had a good, solid business and had done well. Ellen and her mother were very different, but respected each other, and Ellen liked working on jobs with her. She loved her mother's open, airy, clean lines and style of architecture. It was a pleasure doing the interiors of a house her mother had designed, and she often sought her advice about other clients too. They had solved more than one naughty problem together, and at 74, her mother was still full of great and innovative ideas. Grace Madison frequently said that the right answer was always the simplest one. She didn't like complicated things or cluttering up the houses she designed with gimmicky tricks, a concept Ellen espoused too. Ellen tried to foresee potential problems and ran a tight ship. Her mother was more spontaneous and open to new ideas, to the point of being thought eccentric at times. But Ellen loved that about her too. Grace was a talented, strong woman who had survived breast cancer 10 years before and hardly missed a day of work while undergoing chemo and radiation. She had been cancer free ever since, but Ellen worried about her anyway. Her mother didn't look or act her age, but nonetheless she was gathering years despite her seemingly limitless energy and youthful looks. Ellen was sorry they didn't live in the same city, but she had lived in London for nearly 11 years, 10 of them since she had married George Wharton, a barrister, and British to his core in every possible way. He had gone to Oxford and Eton before that. His family was in Berks Peerage and typically British in all their history, habits, and traditions. She had made every effort to fit into his life and learn his very English ways. Although she was American and originally had her own ideas about how to do things, but she respected his, although it wasn't easy at first. Okay, so that's all I've got for you for this video. If you like this content, like this video, feel free to comment below or share this video. And don't forget to go out there and rainbow it. Fill the world with love, peace, joy, charity, kindness, all that good stuff. All the good fruits of the Spirit. Thank you, and everybody have a good night, a good evening, or a good morning, depending on when you're watching this.